yeah, come with stuffed crust. A nigga something extra, yeah, come with stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, come with stuffed crust. So much cheese gonna bust, yeah, come with stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, come with stuffed crust. A nigga something extra, yeah, come with stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, come with stuffed crust. So much cheese gonna bust, yeah, come with stuffed crust.
What up, all you stuffed crust enthusiasts out there? It's me, the host with the most on the ones and twos, Ryan Wilson, coming at you with that smooth, stuffed sound that you love so much. And with me tonight, my titillating co-host, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Hoey. Greg, what's happening?
Oh, I feel so full. The sound is pouring out of my crust, both ends, just fully pouring out, all juicy and thick. You know, the good stuff.
Yeah. Seamus, you cool cat, you manly leg motherfucker. How you doing, baby?
Hit me, you can't hurt me. Stuff my crust.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Stuffed Crust episode 2. We're coming at you tonight with a little quick one. We're going to be reviewing season 6 of Black Mirror, episode by episode. So get ready for that. Greg, why don't you tell us a little bit
spoiler alert
about what we'll be talking about?
Well, the first episode we're going to be talking about is Joan is Awful, season 6, episode 1. So if you haven't watched it yet, maybe hit the pause on the old Stuffed Crust and go listen to Are You Gonna Eat That Crust podcast episode. Plenty of content out there, some good stuff, some crunchy episodes, if you must. Garlicky, you know, like a nice thick crust.
But not too much. Too much garlic.
Yeah, not too much. Actually, I had some pizza tonight. I had some Charlie's Pizza from Rochester, which isn't bad. I didn't have the Oddfellows Tavern within my reach, so I couldn't go there and get that pizza. But anyway, we're going to be talking about Joan is Awful. These guys have watched one episode of season 6. I'm a little further, and spoiler alert, this is definitely one of my favorite episodes. I like this one a lot. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's my favorite. I just like the concept of it. Like, just how fucked up it was and the direction it was. It was just so fucking crazy. And I was just having this conversation with someone in the PlayStation party. I think it might have been Hawk about this, like, just kind of like a very similar kind of subject. Like, it was crazy.
I mean, it's creepy. I just can imagine. You know, she has that like panic attack, right? You know, I couldn't. Sounds about right. That'd be so freaky to see that happening, unfolding right in front of you.
I gotta say, right off the bat, though, how dope was it that Black Mirror took like a fucking big old swinging punch at Netflix in their first episode?
Right?
Oh,
I saw a bunch of people talk about canceling their Netflix because of it.
Yeah, and people are actually
not because they hated the episode. They liked the episode. But they're like, this is just strange, bizarre. Now is Netflix doing this?
Yeah, I guess people are also reading terms and conditions for the first time as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. That's true.
Mean, yeah, I don't think that really stands up in court, but it was good for an episode.
Well, it's also great because it's like right now they're having the writer's strike and everybody's like, oh, let's just let AI write everything. AI will do this. AI will do that. And then like that's like a nightmare right there, like an AI nightmare. Like, right. I mean, it's happening essentially. I mean, in a way, it's kind of a play of like, you know, like, hey, fucking Funko Pop characters. What the fuck? All of a sudden, this just shows up out of nowhere, like on my phone, like, you know. It's just like you talk about it, it just pops up. It's just like insane.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we've been arguing about if Foo Fighters is the best band for a good 3 weeks now. And now every time I open Google News on my phone, there's like 4 or 5 Dave Grohl articles. So, I mean, it's fucking weird as shit. And
he's looking at you like, we're the best, the best, the best.
I'm sure he is.
So for those that are unsure of what we're talking about, I mean, without spoiling it, the episode is basically about a woman who goes to work, lives her day, and certain events happen, and then she goes home and she's sitting watching TV with her fiance, and an episode comes on with a woman played by Salma Hayek that looks just like her with the same hair, same clothes, and going through similar events of her day in almost exactly the same way.
And there's definitely
we can give spoilers. We told them to turn away.
There's definitely a part her fiance should not have seen, I guess, because like the show is titled, Joan is awful. She's a piece of fucking shit.
She was awful.
But what she did,
some of it wasn't not all of it was her though. Like I guess.
Yeah, of course not. I mean, she became awful because like the shit was unfolding. It's just like
that scene in the church, man. That was like
I was just gonna say that was
just embraced it, huh?
That's awesome.
I'm sitting in a public church. I'm Catholic.
Yeah.
The fucking bride is freaking out.
Fucking Kate Blanchett, like different sub-levels of like different realities or fucking what the hell is going on there.
Yeah, that was another curveball in the episode for sure.
Yep.
Well, I just thought when she was talking to the attorney and just realizing how hopeless the situation was, her and Salma Hayek talking to their separate attorneys, and they're both like, nothing you can do. This is airtight. Sorry. What if I do this? Nope. Sorry. Covered right there. Page 46.
Streamberry. Tough shit.
Nobody reads the terms and conditions.
It was good though. I mean, I definitely it just felt Black Mirror like more than any of the other ones for me. Even though I think the season's been really good so far. I've definitely really enjoyed it.
How many episodes are there?
There's only like 6, and I've heard like rated that like the one I haven't watched is the best one supposedly. But this one's rated pretty highly up there as well, too. I think this was rated like number 3 out of 6.
I know people are already fussing about this season online.
Really?
I'm also not so hard to please, so I feel like I'm going to get enjoyment out of the series no matter what. I mean, there's always hit and miss episodes, obviously, but
for the most part, I liked every episode. I mean, there's a couple that weren't so great or were very bizarre, but
totally, I feel like
they're good.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it goes with every season. I feel like, and then you got the cartoon version of Black Mirror. Fucking Love, Death, and
Robots. I was wondering if that's what you were talking about.
Which is awesome. Like, almost every episode is fucking great. And that's if anybody hasn't seen that, you should definitely check that out as well.
Yeah, that show's amazing. The animation is top notch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It is kind of like that.
I actually tried to watch that show on mushrooms
Jesus.
the first time, and very quickly, and I realized this isn't a good idea.
Oh man, that would have been awesome to watch the Day of the Dead or that Army of the Dead one there with like little micro machines like like on fucking mushrooms. That episode's fucking trippy as hell.
The last season was great, I thought.
Really? The third one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was awesome.
I just said it was great, did I not?
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't as great. You thought it was great.
Nah, it was my favorite one, yeah.
Yeah, same. That one with the
crab.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was so sick.
Yeah. That was one of my favorites, too. Yeah. Good shit.
So, I just found out today that Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart are best friends.
You didn't know that?
Ah, where have I been, right?
They've been fucking...
Yeah, I guess they first met in 2008 on the Martha Stewart show. And then I guess they co-hosted a cooking show on VH1. And they've been on the Tonight Show together. Snoop was her first guest on her podcast.
Dude, Jeff Ross had a great joke at I think it was Snoop Dogg's roast or whatever. He's like, Jeff Ross like, look at all these black gangster guys in here, and Martha Stewart served more time than any of you.
That was good. Yeah, he was saying in a recent article I was reading, Inside with Insider, Snoop Dogg told the outlet that he tries to scroll past any photos of the lifestyle icon on Instagram. He's got nothing but respect for her, but he says he doesn't look at her thirst traps on social media. That's a lane we both stay out of, he said.
Oh, Snoop. Snoop lying. He ain't lying.
She's what, the oldest person on the cover of Sports Illustrated? I mean, she's probably the oldest by far.
She can stuff my crust.
I'm also shooting for that at some point in my life. Being the oldest person on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Dude, I'm shooting for that. That'd be awesome.
I'm saying there's a chance, you know.
Absolutely.
You're gonna eat that crust, fucking host Ryan Wilson, cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Be a hilarious photo shoot.
You got like crust. You got like crust, fucking brassiere on, dude.
With my
crust bikini.
My Zach Galifianakis-like body.
The caption would be like, Dad bought of 2024.
You would just do reenactments of past covers with those same bikinis or swimsuits on.
I can now use shells, but I was thinking crust.
All right, boys. All in all, how many crusts would you give the first episode of Black Mirror, Joan is Awful? Greg?
Out of 8 crust, I'd give it for like 7 crust.
Sick.
I liked it.
6.5 crust.
I was gonna say that. You stole my crust.
I'm gonna say 7 as well.
It was a good episode. 7's not.
It was a good episode.
Range.
It wasn't like it's definitely wasn't my favorite. But
Yeah.
Wasn't Black Museum.
I mean, one of my least favorites is the first episode ever, even though it was a bizarre, great showing of. Yeah.
The pig fucking episode?
Yeah,
that was the first episode I watched, too.
It's, same here. And it's like, it's always weird to recommend that show because that episode is first, and they're going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Like,
right. They have to go get through that first. And it took it was a little sticker shock. And,
you don't have to, though. Once you realize you can jump around, then you don't really need to, stay in place.
And I have done that, but not, the first episode, first time you're seeing it, you don't know that movie. So.
Yeah. There's no way he's going to fuck a pig in this episode. Yeah, that shit was brutal, dude. Took a while, long time. Oh, we don't need to go there.
I hope they keep the show coming. I mean, keep it creative.
Absolutely. And I hope there's not another fucking 3 years between episodes again. I mean, seasons, rather.
Right. And all that for 6 episodes, too.
Well, yeah. And in the next Stuffed Crust, we'll be reviewing Locke Henry.
Yeah.
It's like a true crime shit, and the fucking main character looks so much like fucking Marcus from last podcast. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah. Good shit.
All right, look, I got a news story real quick, boys.
What's in the news?
Dead woman found breathing in coffin. And this was June 13th.
Is that an oxymoron?
A hospital doctor in the city of Babahoyo declared Bella Montoya, 76, dead following a suspected stroke. She was placed in a coffin and taken to a funeral parlor. Relatives held a vigil before her planned burial. When after almost 5 hours, they opened the coffin to change her clothes and ahead of the funeral, the woman gasped for air. My mom started to move her left hand to open her eyes, her mouth. She struggled to breathe. Her son, Gilbert Balberin, described the moment he realized his mother was still alive. Video taken by a mourner shows her lying in an open coffin, struggling to breathe, while another complains that the ambulance they called has not yet arrived. Minutes later, firefighters arrive and take Bella out.
Shit. Does that mean I'm out of the will?
Well, they bring her back to the same hospital they declared her dead at, so.
Jesus.
I'd pick a different hospital.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about that submersible that was going to look for the Titanic?
Yeah, they're still down there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're still down there. They have 42 hours left of breathable air left.
Right.
But it was a submersible tour ship or boat, fucking craft, whatever the fuck it is, going down to view the Titanic, and it's been missing for 2 days or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know the whole story, but yeah, I've been kind of following it.
Yeah, it's crazy. There is
It is. I hope they find them or get to them.
I believe there's 4 people down there.
Yeah, I don't remember why it was delayed or what they're waiting for, or if they're just still searching. I don't know.
It says rescuers are racing the clock in search for a man submersible lost while touring Titanic.
So they're still in communication now?
I don't think so. They don't know where they are, yeah. Maybe they went in the event horizon.
It'd be kind of hard to explain where you were underwater anyway.
All right.
I'm next to a rock and strange sea creatures.
Greg, don't fall in that wormhole.
See that? It's a wormhole.
I just demonstrated a wormhole to all you listeners out there.
Yeah.
Visual wormhole demonstration.
Just as Sam Neill would do it. Fucking,
Yeah.
This is my ship, Captain.
Good movie. Wasn't he in the Mouth of Madness too?
He was, yeah.
Right.
The Mouth of Madness and Event Horizon and Jurassic Park, which isn't a horror, but it's a fucking pretty good thriller. I thought Sam Neill was American for until 2018, maybe.
That's the thing. They can do our accents so well, but we can't rebuttal that.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop us from trying on a daily basis.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We just sound like fools. Fools! We sound like fools!
We're okay with that. We would have gave up a long time ago if we were worried about sounding like fools.
Yeah.
You hear about the guy that was attacked by a moose in Colorado?
No.
Yeah, this dude was walking his 2 dogs when he must have startled a mama moose and her calf. She charged him and was stomping on him.
Jesus.
Yeah, apparently he was armed and was able to fire a couple of rounds off. It's to scare the thing away. None of the animals were hit. The dogs are safe. But the unfortunate man was rushed to the hospital. He non-life-threatening wounds, but must have been intense.
Yeah, hoof to the chest is, I imagine, pretty painful.
Probably. The good thing it wasn't a bull. He did.
Moose have been intense.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge it.
I wonder if it was a moose on cocaine.
Intense. My joke got in the way of your other joke again.
Well, if it was on cocaine, I hope that it at least curbed that habit while it was pregnant.
It's true. You don't want a coke-addicted baby moose. There's nothing worse than that. They're always starting their own businesses.
Attacking school children.
Especially in Colorado.
You have to be 18 to enjoy the cannabis.
How much for the coca leaf?
La Musa Nostra.
If you're born on the habit, you have to keep doing it or the calf will die.
It's true.
Needs that cocaine milk.
Well, that's enough talk about coke-addicted mooses, boys. All right, anything else you guys want to discuss?
Let's talk about Bud Light, man.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's touch on that.
After running 2 decades, as America's best-selling beer, they slipped into second place. Modelo Especial, the Mexican lager, took over retail sales last month.
Oh, shit.
And I like Modelo a lot. It's actually a beer I drink frequently, but I never would have guessed they were second behind Bud Light.
Yeah, I would have guessed Miller.
Yeah, I would have thought Miller Coors or something.
Fucking Miller High Life.
Corona.
Champagne beers.
Modelo's way better than Corona to me, though.
So is this all stemmed from the trans ad that they had going that made all the country people fuck that shit, I ain't drinking Bud Light no more? Is it all stemmed from that?
That's what they're attributing it to, yeah. I mean, so, I guess Modelo does this. I've seen the commercial. They did just launch that light beer, so that must have helped them get their name out there, But said Modelo controlled 8.4% of U.S. grocery, convenience, and liquor store sales, while Bud Light fell to 7.3%. And they've been the best top-selling beer since 2001.
So Modelo's not made by Anheuser?
And that's for how
They have
significant
to be.
this is when they're both owned by Anheuser-Busch, right? Right? So, I mean, things can't be that bad.
Right.
Even your premier goes down, but your second flagship, steps up.
And that's okay to drink at country music shows, right? Kid Rock's all right with Modelo.
Well, I mean, they did start catering toward different audiences for sure.
I drink it at every Aaron Lewis show I go to.
Yeah, Bud Light sales are down 24%.
Damn.
Week ending of June 3rd.
Who would have prophesized that Kid Rock would be the downfall of Bud Light? Not this guy. Not this guy.
And Pete Davidson, I guess, crashed into a house in Beverly Hills.
Well, that's very Pete Davidson of him. He's like, I need season 2 of Bupkis. I got to do stuff. Guys, I got to do stuff.
They don't think drugs or alcohol were involved. He was driving with his girlfriend, Chase Sue Wonders. I'm not sure who that is. He's probably been dating her for like 2 weeks.
Everybody wants to fuck Pete Davidson.
I don't get it. This guy's always in the headlines since he dated Kim Kardashian.
Fucking Joel Pesci wants to fuck Pete Davidson. Hey, Pete, come here. Sit on Uncle Joe's lap, eh?
He's funny. I like Pete Davidson.
Kim blew him up for some reason. I'm not even sure why she's in the headlines either. But who am I? I'm just a poor boy. No paparazzi loves me. Speaking of, you said Joe Pesci. That reminds me. Now Pacino's
83?
83, his fourth child. He won't be doing shit as far as taking care of that baby. Right?
Yeah, well, he's like, I'm going to be your dad for like 5 more years, and then I'm going to die.
His girlfriend's 29, and I ain't saying she's a gold digger.
I'm pretty sure he's still got that pretty manic fucking energy still anyway. He's like, but he's like shuffles.
Try the cocaine. He harnesses his inner Scarface.
Yeah, that was actual real coke on the set of Scarface, and it never got out of his system.
Well, maybe he's like David Bowie. He just did it for his whole life.
He had that cocaine moose baby once.
You're an idiot. I love you, though.
All right, that's all I got.
All right, everyone. Well, that wraps up episode 2 of the Stuffed Crust podcast, brought to you by You Gonna Eat That Crust, which is a subsidiary of the Crusty Boys, LLC. We want to thank you all for listening, and we'll be bringing you more things soon.
More content. We're gonna have more than Netflix soon.
Yeah, more than Streamberry even. Word.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great night.
God save the Queen, man.
I'm going back to the mud. Have a good night.
Peace.
Later.
See ya.
Stuffed crust. A nigga something extra ass off the stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, stuffed crust. So much cheese on a bus, yeah, off the stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, off the stuffed crust. A nigga something extra ass off the stuffed crust. Stuffed crust, yeah, off the stuffed crust. So much cheese on a bus, yeah, off the stuffed crust.